Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I've got a bit of a special episode of, well, not an episode, just a random video. I was offered a code for this game, Dorfromantik. I apologize if I mispronounce any words in this. The game is by a German company, and my German is, let's say, non-existent. But this is a relaxing city building strategy puzzle game, and honestly the first thing that caught my eye for it when they offered me the code, and I'm very grateful that they did because the game is gorgeous. I mean, just look at the environment here. I'm gonna resume. This was the game I was just playing before I stopped here, and look at how beautiful this is, and the details. These little trains. These little trains and little boats are so adorable, and the pastel coloring of all of this. I mean, even if I'm not hitting my high score, this is beautiful to look at. But there's a lot more to the game than just that. So what the game is, you're trying to get points, you build up to try to equal a high score. Let's start a new game, and I'll go in and see here. So we got classic mode and we got creative mode. This is a game that's coming out in early access the day that this video is going to be coming out. And classic mode is the fulfill quest, beat your high score, unlock special tiles as reward. Creative mode, I'm assuming we can just go wild with the tiles ourselves and build these fantastic worlds, and I'm really looking forward to when that happens, but it is early access at the moment, so we're not going to get to that point for a little while. That's why this is not a why you should play video, because I don't cover games in why you should play if they are still in early access, because there's still more to do. But I have really been enjoying my time with Dorfromantik. So in the game here, you start out with this little tile here, and then you get these tiles off to the side that you set up and make basically a land out of. And we see that this first tile has a little forest and a little river, and the forest has a number there, 20 plus. So what you're trying to do, that's a mini quest now, that you're going to try and get 20 trees in that forest, and then you get more tiles, and that's how you build up the scores to proceed and break the high score. So we've got some other goals here. Place down 500 tiles in total. Champion 2, gain a high score of 10,000 points. I haven't yet reached that point. And Engineer 2, form a train route with at least 25 train tracks. And that's really what this is. It's a relaxing puzzle game, and it reminds me a lot of Islanders, which is another fun, relaxing kind of city town building game. But for Islanders, the restriction that you had was space. For this, you have as much space as you need. The restriction is what you place the tiles on. So I'm going to place this tile here, but now we see that I can't place this next one, which has a couple houses on it, in these spots, because this has to connect to a river. So that's one of the restrictions, and we'll get to the other one, which is the railroads, in a moment, since I see we've got a tile with a railroad coming up on it. So we're going to put that there, and we got a bunch of numbers to begin with here that we're going to have to build on. I'm going to place this here to set up these forests connecting to this one. Now, if I place this here, we can no longer get that 20 plus, and I fail that mission. So we've got the train route, and I'm a little restricted on what I could do here. It can't border this exactly, so I'm going to have to place it here. A bit unlucky with the start, having a river and a railroad right at the beginning. But now we've got the house, and we see I've got 35 tiles left, and once I put that there, add 4 more. That's exactly what we're looking for, and add 4 more for that one. And I'll keep working on getting these forward. And that's really the gist of the game. You will just build and build and build until you can build no more. That's pretty much what it is. But there is a decent amount of strategy with this. So when I'm placing this tile, I know I need to get one more house connected to there and 3 more if I place it there. And it's the same thing here, but I need to make sure that I'm not blocking off where I might want to build next. But we're all good on that, but we got more houses now. And now if I place it there, that gets us closer, but it also means that the only way I can expand this little settlement I'm building is by continuing this way. So instead I'm going to build it here, so now I can build from here, here, or here. So you see, there's these little strategy moments that you wouldn't expect from the game, but it livens up how you build up your town. And if I place it here, I still have options going forward. And now we have another railroad that's I want to connect that to the other railroad because, again, 25 train tracks. That's a goal I'm reaching for. And now we got another forest quest. I gotta keep things in mind here. Can't block off my ability to keep making these wheat fields. That would be bad. Instead, we're going there. And this is a very useful tile for the villages, building that. So I'm feeling pretty good about this start. We've got some good progress. I've got the railroad and the river going in different directions. That's always helpful. And the wheat fields are gonna keep going out. We got quite a few in a row there, and then the forest. And that sound of, hey, you just completed this, is very satisfying. As well as the music. The music is very nice. Okay, so this one here, this little village thing here, has a 10 on it, which means that, so 2 plus means you can have, to get the tiles, you need 2 or more houses on there. 10 means you need exactly 10. So if I place it here, there are more than 10 houses in this village already. So I already failed that. So I've got to start a new village over here that's going to need exactly 10. So this gets it down to 1 because there are 7 houses in this little cluster. But this, I don't need exactly 2. I need just 2 or more. And so that helps that succeed. I can add more onto there. And now we've got an end of the railroad spot here. Now, I could place it here and just build off of there. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'd rather have there. And now we've got a 44 plus. So this is one we want on our existing village. And we got a perfect tile there. So a tile that is... I don't entirely know what the perfect tile is supposed to be. I'm still learning. I've only just started playing this game. And we'll see how things develop as we go on. And we got another 5 ones. So this needs to connect to exactly 5 other wheat fields. Now I'm gonna look over here and start another new wheat place there. Houses are looking good. And one of the things I try to do, whether I'm actually successful is a different matter, but I try to kind of anticipate what I'm going to need, building off of certain things here, and keep the river going in that direction. Okay, this tile has a river and a railroad. That's going to complicate things, but I'm still going to keep the railroad going there. This river, I can build off of it, but I don't particularly want to. I'm going to keep that river going over there. We still haven't gotten any boats or trains. It's a bit disheartening. I was hoping hoping we'd get something sooner. I'm gonna keep it going there, and this is still at 3. I gotta keep an eye out, try and get some more stuff to work with on the houses. Again, we got a river over here. And now this is a special one. This is a water railroad spot. And this is exactly where I'm going to place it, because otherwise I don't really have many options when it comes to this river spot here. And if I need to, I can build a railroad out of this, but I'm probably not going to. Or I could build a river out of it. But I'm just gonna keep going with the river I got, and keep going with the railroads I've got. And we've got our first one that has the need for a certain number of railroad tracks, which it functions exactly the same as all the other stuff here. We've got some more wheat routes, and that's 4 houses, so it's not exact. But this is an end of the railroad one. I definitely don't want to place it there. So instead, I'll place it here so that I don't actually have to build a railroad off of it. Now this needs exactly 8, and that's exactly what I have here. That is perfect. Can't plan it any better. Although that was mostly just lucky. So, I think we're just going to make this a little village over there. So the next time I get a 1-house tile, which will be at some point, I am sure. Gonna keep going there. We got another perfect tile. So yeah, this is just an excellent game for whiling away time, for those moments when you don't really want anything heavy for a game. And honestly, I played a lot of story-driven games as of late, so this fits kind of the mood I was in. And now we can complete that, get some more tiles, and we have our first boat, but it's one that is based on the number of water tiles already, and this is too long at the moment. So, I've got to start basically a new river. Alright, now this one, 5+, gonna keep going with that. I'm gonna use that to connect these 2 river pieces. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, and I'm liking what's being built here. And now the boat is moving. I love watching the things go. If they put in more stuff, we can hear the birds chirping. If I could see little birds going around in this, we see the chimney smoke from the town. That's a nice detail. I feel like there's a lot they could do to make it even more beautiful than it already is. But we'll have to see what they decide to do with it. One of the fun things of early access, being able to see how the team handles all of this. And we've got a railroad end piece that I'm definitely going to use to stop this little thing from getting out of control. I know at this point there's not too much more I can talk about for the game itself. I think just watching, and eventually if you're thinking this looks like something you'd get, eventually buying and playing for yourself, that's really what's going to give you the best idea of all this stuff. And I can't even put the railroad there because of the river, so we're going to be going with a river over there. We got another perfect one. I think it's when it's bordered. So a tile that has only wheat here is bordered by stuff that's just wheat. So everything, on the hexagon. For this one that was bordered by plains, house, house would be a perfect tile. But I'm not positive that's exactly what it is. And that completes that. Gets another little thing. I love those moments where it comes together like that. And now I can continue a railroad over there. Still need exactly 2 houses. So I gotta make sure I keep that in mind, because as things get bigger here, and there's more and more stuff, I start to lose track of exactly what I've placed down before, what I need to do to keep things going. There's a lot of... Ooh, I could make a figure 8. That looks nice. I'm gonna do that just because that looks nice. There's it. Yeah, a figure 8 on there. And of course, you can rotate the camera, do all that stuff. This might be a high score run. I don't want to jinx it. But I'm feeling like this is gonna be a high score here. Now, I haven't seen one yet, but sometimes there are tiles out there that you can head towards. If you expand out enough, you start seeing little tiles that you can head towards that'll unlock more stuff. And again, that's about the depth, that's the length that I've gone into the game. Okay, so this needs 8 tiles, and this is exactly 8 again. What is blocking this from... Oh, I didn't even realize there was a railroad there. Huh. Well now, that's what's causing that. That's the thing. You gotta pay attention, or else things will sneak up on you like that. You just gotta keep going. This is the windiest railroad I think that has ever existed. Impressive. Anyways, and now we're gonna complete that wheat field. It's 64,000. Yeah, I'm still feeling pretty good about this being a record run. Excellent. However, yeah, this... Oh yeah. So that place is at 21 away. This place is at 8 away from being there. So I'm gonna start the boat there and then go. And look at that, we got a skin unlocked for the locomotive. So now we can have little yellow locomotives moving around. But I don't think I'm gonna be doing that just yet. Well, I don't have control over that. It depends on what shows up, pretty much. And that can be a bit of a frustration, but it's not that much of one. It's just luck of the draw, and sometimes the draw is a bit mean in the game. And we finally broke the pattern of the twisty-turny railroads here. And the village, that's the kind of village I'm looking for here, to connect there. Now I can use the next houses I find to hopefully connect this village to this village and improve my chances of getting that requirement done, that quest, as it were. So this one doesn't fit there, but it does fit over here. Keep going, and we got a railroad stop spot, so we're gonna put that there. Again, this one is 7 away, so I'm gonna concentrate on that before our 12 over here. Now that's 7 and that's 7. I'll put it over here for the moment. And again, filling in those little spaces that have been abandoned in the search for progress. That's 9 plus, that would 22. plus. Oh, but this connects that 2 there, which puts us to 4. Yeah, we're gonna place it there, and now there are 2 boats in that area. And this one just has a lonely little boat. Lonely little boat there. And we'll put the houses in that position. I don't know why the music stopped. It was nice. Should have kept it going. Maybe I've been playing too long. Little fiddle there. Now, oh, we're down to 1 tile left. I didn't realize we were down that far. This is a high score, but that is going to be it. 8,040. We did complete the Engineer 2 one. We didn't complete the Champion, and we didn't lay down 500 tiles. So that is it. But, oh, there are birds flying around. Ignore what I said earlier. We got birds flying around. But yeah, any of those little details, the smoke coming from the chimney, the boats, all of that stuff, it really is a very relaxing game. I'm grateful that I got the chance to play it a little early, and I am thankful, and I hope that people who've seen this and want to check it out, because it is a very fun indie game, and it definitely has my recommendation, and I'll check in during the early access period, see if there's stuff that's added. It might not be a consistent play for me because, you know, there's always more games and I have a fairly long gaming backlog, but really give it a chance if you like games like this. If you liked Islanders, I definitely think this is in your wheelhouse. And otherwise, just enjoy this soft music and landscape as I tell you to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you all next time. Have a great day, and happy gaming.